Welcome to iResearch. Ito po rin sa lahat manood.
Hello, madlang people! Mabuhay! It's time to put on your knowledge hats and buckle up your curiosity seatbelts. Because today, we are about to embark on an educational roller coaster. Get ready to listen as we dive headfirst into the fantastic world of the nitrogen cycle.
Hello everyone, I am Agnes. Ako naman si Plantino.
Hello guys, I'm Nitrina.
And welcome to the Cycle Seekers Educational Show! Did you know that all ecosystems are interrelated by different mechanisms that affect the lives of plants, animals, and human beings? Yes, they all are. And the commonly known mechanisms are water cycle, carbon cycle, oxygen cycle, nitrogen cycle, and energy cycle.
Ang dami naman yan, Atmis. Itatakal ba natin lahat yan for today's video?
Sadly, hindi. Pero don't worry guys, we will be having our other episodes naman containing other cycles. But today, ang priority natin ay ang nitrogen cycle.
Ay sana all priority.
Uy, tama ka na, Beng. Anyway, let's go back to our main topic na lang. Ano nga ba yung nitrogen cycle?
Actually, the nitrogen cycle is built like nature recycling program. Para siyang proseso sa kalikasan kung saan inaayos at ginagamit yung nitrogen mula sa hangin at lupa para sa mga halaman at hayop. At sa prosesong ito, may mga hakbang tulad ng nitrogen fixation, nitrification, at denitrification na nagaganap.
Tama ka dyan, Plantino. So first, there's nitrogen fixation, where nitrogen gas turns into compounds that plants can eat. Then, there's nitrification, which changes those compounds into a type that plants really like. And finally, there's denitrification, where nitrogen goes back into the air.
Kaya pala napaka-importante ng cycle na to, ano? Hindi lang siya nakakatulong para mag-grow yung mga plants, nakaka-help din ito na mabalance ang ecosystem natin.
Correct! Kaya naman, mas nakaka-excite lalong pag-usapan ng tungkol dito.
Kaya ano pang hinihintay natin? Tara na at pag-usapan kung ano nga ba talaga ang mga nangyari sa loob ng isang nitrogen cycle.
For everyone's information, the composition of the air in the troposphere, which is the layer of the Earth's atmosphere closest to the surface and where we breathe, is primarily made up of first, the nitrogen, which is approximately 78% by volume. Second is the oxygen, which is roughly 21% by volume. Next is the argon, which is about 1% by volume. And then, we have carbon dioxide, which is approximately 0.03% by volume.
Those gases together make up the air we breathe, and their proportion are essential for supporting life on Earth. And nitrogen and oxygen, in particular, are vital for respiration and the survival of various organisms.
However, in reality, most plants and animals cannot take or use atmospheric nitrogen directly. Naku, kapag lumapit yung nitrogen na yan sa plants, baka itulak lang siya nito palayo.
Ha? Kung itutulak siya nito palayo, paano matitake ng plants yung nitrogen? Eh di ba kailangan niya yun?
Ganun naman talaga sa pagmamahal, di ba? Kaya nga minsan, kailangan mo magbago kung mahal mo talaga ang isang tao. Charot! Kidding aside, most plants and animals cannot use atmospheric nitrogen directly because nitrogen molecules are very stable due to their strong triple bond. Kaya itong si nitrogen, kailangan niyang magbagong anyo. It needs to transform into something plant-friendly para matake na nga siya, for example, ni plants.
Tama ka na naman dyan, Plantino. Kaya naman, dito na mangyayari ang tinatawag nating nitrogen fixation. In this process, nitrogen gas found in our atmosphere is converted into ammonia or other nitrogen compounds. And in this process, it is carried out by special bacteria known as the nitrogen-fixing bacteria.
Ano-ano naman yung mga nitrogen-fixing bacteria?
May dalawa tayong type ng nitrogen-fixing bacteria at ito ang free-living bacteria at ang symbiotic bacteria, wherein free-living bacteria is those bacteria that live in the soil independently. It includes genera like Azobactobacter and Clostridium. On the other hand, the symbiotic bacteria are those bacteria that forms mutualistic relationships with certain plants, particularly legumes like soybeans, peas, and clovers. The most famous example is the partnership between legumes and Rhizobium bacteria, which forms nodules on the plant's roots.
Oh, that's why. But how do they perform nitrogen fixation?
Ganito kasi yan. Since nitrogen-fixing bacteria possess a special enzyme called nitrogenase, they are now able to break the strong triple bond between nitrogen atoms in atmospheric nitrogen. That special enzyme allows the bacteria to convert atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia or ammonium ions. These are nitrogen types that plants can slurp up and use to grow big and strong.
But how do these bacteria do it?
They mix in some hydrogen atoms with the nitrogen and voila! We got ammonia, ready to be gobbled up by hungry plants. It's like a magic trick that helps the plants grow.
But wait, there's more! Hindi lang sa ammonia natatapos ang mga nangyayari. Because once ammonia is produced, it can be further converted into nitrite and then into nitrate. This transformation is known as nitrification and involves two different groups of bacteria.
Ay, parang alam ko yan. Sila ba yung ammonia oxidizing bacteria or the AOB at nitrite oxidizing bacteria or the NOB?
Wow! At paano mo naman nalaman yun?
Sige nga, ano ang gawain ng dalawang yan?
Grabe, ang judgmental nyo ah. Alam ko yan no. Siyempre, AOB are the bacteria commonly found in soil and aquatic environments. Sila yung nagko-convert ng ammonia into nitrite mula sa two-step oxidation process or yung pagko-convert muna ng ammonia sa hydroxylamine then convert hydroxylamine into nitrites. While NOB, wherein one well-known genus of this bacteria is Nitrobacter, will take over where AOB left off, further oxidizing nitrite into nitrate. Now, this nitrate is the form of nitrogen that most plants prefer for their nutrition, making it an essential source of nitrogen for plant growth.
Pero alam niyo ba na kaya rin mag-form ng nitrogen fixation sa lightning strikes? Because during a thunderstorm, when lightning occurs, they release an enormous amount of energy in the form of heat. This extreme heat causes the nitrogen molecules in the air to break apart and become nitrogenous compounds. Once it reaches the ground, through the rain, it will react with minerals and organic matter in the soil, forming nitrate.
These nitrates are water-soluble and can be readily absorbed by plants through the roots through the assimilation process. The nitrates are then used to build essential molecules like amino acids, proteins, and nucleic acids, which are vital for the plant's growth and development.
Tapos pwede na sila kainin, di ba?
Yes, animals, including humans, obtain nitrogen by consuming plants or herbivores or other animals, carnivores, incorporating the nitrogen from their food into their own cells.
So since meron ng nitrogen sa katawan ng tao o sa mga hayop na nakakain ng plants, ano nang mangyayari?
After humans, plants and animals have used nitrogen to build their biological molecules. They eventually die or produce waste like urine and feces. From that, we will encounter the decomposers such as bacteria and fungi that break down the organic matter from dead plants and animals, releasing ammonia back to the soil. Some ammonias then turned into nitrates by nitrifying bacteria. And this process is also known as ammonification.
Some nitrates are then taken again by the plants, while other nitrates will go to the final process where we will encounter the denitrifying bacteria. These bacteria will just do the reverse process of the nitrifying bacteria. For instance, in environment with low oxygen level, such as waterlogged soils, the nitrifying bacteria convert nitrates to nitrites and turn it back into atmospheric nitrogen gas, or nitrous oxide. This process returns nitrogen to the atmosphere, finally completing the cycle. Yay!
Grabe, tapos din. Ang haba pala talaga ng proseso. Parang nahilo ako saglit sa dami ng nangyari. Ibig sabihin, walang katapusang process pala ito.
Tama! Sa mga viewers natin dyan, siguro naman marami kayong natutunan para sa araw na ito, ano?
Sana nakatulong kami para mas maintindihan niyo ang takbo ng nitrogen cycle.
Maraming salamat mga kaibigan.
Hanggang sa susunod muli, paalam!